time for Christensen, everybody. All right, we're going to do a brief 10-minute intermission so everybody can go to the bathroom and grab a drink or a smoke real quick, and then we'll get started back up in about 10 minutes. So go ahead and take this break, and we'll see you in 2.
All right.
Two more comments, and then the night is over. So we'll see you guys shortly. Shout out to the man that I met on the fluke, and it's kind of funny how life happens where you can meet some of the most important people you'll meet in your life. And it comes across on like just a random life process. I actually met Paul as he was about to run over one of my comedy members. But it wasn't Paul's fault. Like these guys were totally jaywalking, and I told him, hey man, fuck it, hit, just run him over, bro. And he was like, okay. And so then we started talking, and then he told me about you guys here at the Roseville Eagles. He brought me up here and showed me this great room, and he said, hey, if you want to do comedy, just come on in and check it out. So that's what brought me here, man. So I want to thank all y'all for having me. And coming to the stage, you've been very responsible for this whole thing. This is Paul Carlton.
Thank you. A lot of what we do is in support of different charities, and one that we have locally that we do quite a bit is the Lymphoma Leukemia Society of Sacramento. And part of the proceeds from tonight's event will go to the Lymphoma Leukemia Society of Sacramento. We do a big dinner for that same charity. We'll do it later in the year. And we raised about $4,000 through and the Eagles are a giving organization. We do a lot of charity things, but we also like to have fun, as you can see. We have a nice bar, and we have dinners here. Dave has done a wonderful job. And the rest of the gang that's been out here volunteering for this event. Now we're going to give away a bottle of wine. That's not a lot, but you know, we're here for charity. so I want to have somebody come up here and draw one of these tickets out of here, and all of you got a ticket when you came in. So we're going to give away this bottle of wine to the winning ticket. What do you guys?
Full ticket?
The other lady right there.
Yeah,
we don't want these ugly guys.
Okay, 017319.
Yes! One more time for Paul, everybody. And your bottle of wine winner, man. One more time. I didn't know until I was 14 that wine didn't come in a box. My grandma loved box wine. And any kid, if you ever have box wine, I want you all to know right now, if you have box wine, I want you to know your kids drink it every chance they I know, because like we had an old refrigerator where you could hold the doors open and then like you couldn't see inside. Man, I'd have a cup be like, like yes. Close it real fast. Like, oh, I didn't know Chablis tasted like that. Box wine, man, that's what I'm saying. But man, Mike was just yelling at me and then he stopped.
Well, I just want to say Paul just got inducted into the Eagles Hall of Fame last week.
Paul, give it up to Paul, give it up to the Eagles Hall of Fame. Fly high, Birdman. Woo! That is my contribution to the Eagles. From now on, when you see Paul, you do the Birdman. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're about to keep this show rolling. This guy just got here, all the way from Vancouver, California. I want y'all to start clapping your hands right now for my man, Mr. Anthony Curry.
That seems like the wrong song to play here. DMX is scaring everybody. Hello everybody, I did just get here. Thanks for letting everyone know I'm a piece of shit. I was hustling down here in Sacramento. I was like, I'm from Modesto, so I was like, Sacramento, Roseville, how far is that? How far could it be? It's fucking far. God damn it. It's far. I was doing 80, laughing, having a drink. It was insane. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, from Modesto. Love Modesto, by the way. I like that you gave a bottle of wine. Makes me feel at home. I don't know if you guys know this, but Modesto, largest winery in the entire world, is from Modesto. Gallo wine. Thank you, sir. Yes. And I don't like the half-hearted clap, but thank you. It was like watching your kid do something. Yeah, that's all right, I guess. Largest in the world. Yeah, that's not that good. They make great wine, by the way, ladies. You may know some of these. Boone's Farm. Any ladies that are Boone's Farm? Yeah. Bartles and James. Kiwi Strawberry, ladies. If there's any homeless people in here, Thunderbird. Night Train is another big one. Modesto's finest. We love drinking, man. Modesto's a big town and drinking. Like, here's the thing, I like doing it too. I mean, two things I love. Drinking, the other thing I like doing is driving. And that's not, I think you're not supposed to say that out loud, but it's just different where I'm from. It's a smaller town, it's just kind of accepted. Like you just drive around, and I realize it's frowned upon here, and I realize why. Because you can hit shit here. There's things to run into. There's just homeless people walking around and just shuffling. Like we don't have homeless people where I live. That was very new to me when I leave the city. And people always make fun of Modesto though, because they're like, yeah, but you have tweakers where you're from. You have a bunch of meth addicts. You know the best thing about a meth addict? They go home after. They go to their trailer park and laugh and cook stuff up. And they take apart their family's TV and ruin it. They don't sleep on the street. They got things to do. You know what I mean? Say what you want about it, but they go somewhere. That's so great, man. It's not like I'm not afraid of like drunk drivers either. I don't like that's not really a thing for me. Like I don't really get scared. I get scared of young sober people. Young sober people on the road are way more scary. Like I know what a drunk driver looks like. I know how to avoid them. Like if it's nighttime, if it's 2 in the morning and I'm on the freeway and I see a car with its windows down and it's 20 degrees outside, that person's fucked up. I'm pretty sure. I know that person's drunk. I'm gonna switch lanes, give them a lane in between. When I see them swerve, go, all right, we're both just trying to get home and make it. I understand, right? But sober young people are terrifying because you don't know which one's shittier than the other one. Because I don't know if you guys have ever seen somebody sober and young drive. This is exactly how they drive, just like this.
Oh yeah.
They always get scared at least 12 times on the way to wherever they're going. I don't understand why they do that. That's why I like to scare those people. That's my favorite thing to do. I like to just scare them. Like if I'm on the freeway and I see somebody in my rearview mirror, if I see them doing that and they're behind me, you know what I do? I give them a good old-fashioned buddy brake check. Here you go. I slam on my brakes. I watch their eyes light up and the phone hit the windshield. Oh, it warms up my little black heart. It feels good. Like I don't drink coffee, but that's how I wake up to go to work in the morning. I'm like, oh, that person almost died. That feels good. The best time to get those people is at red lights. That's the best time to get them. Because they're at a standstill and they're thinking, this is downtime, I'll just have fun on my phone. I don't know why they're not participating with everybody trying to get wherever they're going. Like we've all been behind somebody that when the light turns green and then they don't move. Like I start losing my shit in my car. I'm like I wish at that moment I could honk like a missile at them or do something, I don't know. But you can't. You just have to take it and honk and hope they hear you. But here's what I do. If I'm ever at the front of the line, right, at the red light, and they're next to me, and I see them looking down at their phone, I know what they're doing. They're looking at their phone, but they're watching traffic with their peripheral vision. You understand? They're waiting to see when the cars move so that they can move. So if you're ever next to them, you can play a little game that I made up called Can I Kill Them? It's a very easy game that anybody can play. Any type of car, doesn't matter. What you do is you take your foot off the brake and you act like the light has turned green. They'll go bump, bump, and go right through the fucking red light. Oh, this one will set your week off right. This one. I hope there's a semi. You get what I'm trying to say here? You gotta weed them out. That got a little uncomfortable. I'm an angry guy. I get scared of stupid shit too. I get scared of people on the road. I don't know if you guys know this, but I just found this out not too long ago. I had to get scared a bunch of times to figure it out. Police stations, apparently, when police stations are done using their Crown Vics, I like to call them, right? When they're done using those vehicles, they actually just peel the stickers off and they give them to an auction and allow them to be sold to the public with the bars still on the front and the little light. And then someone buys it and then drives around at night and gets behind people like it doesn't fucking scare people like myself. It's nothing worse than when you're driving. Like, I don't know my cars very well, but I know exactly what squad car headlights are like. I know what that looks like. Like, is that oh man. And then, I start thinking about my family, I start crying and shit. This is where it all ends, this is where the show stops. And then the car drives past me on 28-inch chrome rims. Some weird Mexican dude blowing the weed out the window. Are you serious? I'm over here swallowing baggies and shit and scared. For no reason. What a shithead that guy is. That's the worst. I'm gonna just open up to you guys right now. The reason I'm pretty miserable right now, because I'm in love. I'm coming up, me and my girl are coming up on 7 years in January. 7 years, Jesus. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna accept that. Because we're in love, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to be. 7 years, I'm still waking up going, what is going on? What is happening? She lives here with me? It's terrifying. I was not ready for that because that's not what a man is like genetically. It's not in our DNA to be like, yeah, I want to find love. It's not. No guy, there's no single guys here. These two guys are not looking at each other going, hey, you want to go down to the comedy show and find love together? Cool. They're not. You know how a man, you want to know how a man is never trying to find love? Have you ever heard a man say this? Man, this is my dream wedding. Dream wedding is literally a woman's term. Then no man, you know what a dream wedding for a man is? No wedding. That's a dream wedding. Great. Go about our lives. I'm in love with her, when I first seen her, all I thought about was her naked. That's originally all I thought about. I was like, oh, I just want to see her naked, And then I did. And then she stayed and hung out. For 7 years. See, because here's the thing. My job as a man, when I seen her, I was like, wow, I really like her. I'd like to see her naked. That's it. Boom. Right? When she's seen me, women do not have that same DNA. That's very boring. That would be a very boring existence for a woman if all you thought about was, ooh, I'd like to see his penis. Ooh, I bet it's all veiny. Like, you wouldn't. Exactly. You see the women? Ew. You know why you say ew? Because we don't value our body parts like that. And if you did ask us, we'd go, all right, so you want to see it? I guess. I don't know. I guess it's nasty, but I'll show it to you. It's not really that spectacular. We don't really care. But what women do, your DNA, your thrill of the hunt, is when you see a man, you go, wow, I bet I could change him. I bet I can make all his friends disappear so that I'm his best friend. Now that's a challenge. I'm gonna get rid of everything he knows. So we could have Netflix Sundays or some shit. I love my girlfriend. I do. I talk shit about her, but we talk shit about each other. She's mean to me too. She says horrible shit to me. And I try to show love to her. I try to show love. And I say show because saying it becomes very robotic. Like, when 7 years in, like, she'll go, I love you. And sometimes I'll go, all right. She'll go, that's it? how come you didn't say it back? And I'll go, well, you didn't earn it today. Just to keep the relationship spicy, you know? I don't know. So like showing love for me is like if I'm like, all right, I don't want to tell her, right? But like tonight, right? I'm gonna drive home, right? I might be drunk. She'll be asleep. She'll be dead asleep. And the way I show her love is I'll teabag her in the face while she's asleep, okay? I know that sounds gross, but it's because I love her so much, okay? And I think it's primal. I think it's like it's an animalistic thing. I'm like, I'm trying to mark territory. I don't know what I'm doing, okay? But I'll just creep over her while she's asleep, and I'll just, and it's a Tempur-Pedic bed. She can't feel when I get up on her. She can't feel anything. You've seen the line. It doesn't even fall over. And I'll just give her the Squidward right in the face. Here you go, boom. And then, you know, that way when she goes to work the next day, her coworkers will be like, oh, all right. They'll smell her face and they'll be like, all right, you're in love. I'll stop hitting on you every Saturday. Sorry. Hey, man, loved you like that. And see, women, a couple women here got grossed out by that, by the way. And it's not gross. That's a good woman. That's a good woman. That's how you should respond to getting teabagged by your husband or good boyfriend. I have no idea. But you should go, that's how you should respond. You know why? Because every man here would respond that way if his woman did that to him. No man in here would be weirded out if we were asleep. Like, we might get startled because we're dead asleep. But then we wouldn't call you a creep. We wouldn't think you're weird. Like, if I was dead asleep, any guy here was dead asleep, and your woman walked in from having woman fun. What's woman fun? Applebee's or some shit? I don't know. And they were all jello shotted out, going crazy, and then hovered over you while you were asleep, naked, and just gave you the oxygen mask right in the face? That wouldn't weird us out. You couldn't even hold it there. You couldn't even hold it there, to be honest with you. We could stop breathing midway through a dream and be like, and wake up and go, oh, Miss Vagina, nice to see you. I'm gonna marry her. Eventually. We might grow up miserable though, man. We're miserable. When we see new couples, we always laugh. I mean, we always see like a new 7 days in couple. 7 days in, their fingers are interlocked. They're walking through the mall laughing. Hey, you want a pretzel? Or whatever they're doing. Me and my girl will laugh at them. They'll be walking through the mall. You know what I do if I see a new couple holding hands? I'll walk right through their hands. I'll chop their hands, kick them. I don't like it, right? And the best is when I see the new couples out on like a dinner date. Oh, it's the best. Because they're always like, if we go to a restaurant, me and my girlfriend are trying to, just be miserable and eat and have fun. And you see the new couple, and you know it's the new couple, because right when you walk in, they're both sitting on the same side of the booth. Yeah. So you already know, you're like, that's disgusting. That's gross. Why don't you be a real couple and sit across from each other and stare at your phones until you come up with some shit to say? Like a real couple. That's real life. You run out of shit to say and just go, yeah, what do you, yep. Yep. You see this video? Yeah. You did it already? See the fucking video too, huh? It's just miserable. But it's love. It's brutal. I try to enjoy shit with my girl. I really do. Try to enjoy shit sometimes with her. I can't. Like, cause I always ruin it. I always ruin shit on accident. Like, I watched a TV show with her. I watched a TV show with my girlfriend, right? We were sitting there watching a show on TLC. She got me to watch. It was about a woman that had one arm. That's all the show was about. It made no sense to me. But she wanted me, obviously, to feel something and enjoy this with her. I have no idea, right? She turns to me, and she looks at the woman with one arm and looks at me and goes, what do you think about her? And the best I could come up with was I said, well, look at her go. That's all I could come up with. Look at her go. What do you want me to say? And then she said this, if I had one arm, would you still love me? I said, absolutely not. How dare you? What? One arm? Like, I'm not against, here's the thing, I don't have a lot of standards, ladies. two arms is one of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love her two arms. They're great. It makes no sense to me. Like, what if, I don't want to be in that weird situation. She has one arm, we move together, and then what? I have to pick up all the boxes? She has to hold boxes like a waitress? I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not doing that. Or like, what if it's couples game night? I already see, like, as soon as, that's how men are. If you tell us something, we'll start pontificating it for 2 hours. Like, I started thinking, I'm like, wait, you have one arm and we're supposed to stay. What if we go to another couple friend's house and they want to play couple games and one of them pulls out Twister and then I gotta look at him. I gotta look at him embarrassed, like, you didn't see. Now you just created a 3-day argument with me and old slot machine over here. They're gonna dig myself out of. Way to go, stupid. Yeah, take slot machine home with you. Yeah, one arm. Family member, just laugh. That's messed up. That really is a piece of shit thing to say. I apologize. She ruins my shows though too. She does. I try to watch shows. She ruins them immediately. That's why we just watch them separately. Like, I tried to watch a show. I tried to watch Walking Dead with her. I love Walking Dead. It's one of my favorite shows. And by the way, most men like Walking Dead because we like a weird world where we can kill things without consequence, by the way. Like, a zombie or drug addict, either one, I'll just shoot him in the face. Doesn't matter if it's an apocalypse, I'm shooting anything that's not my friend. But I started watching the show, and my girlfriend was watching it, and there was, the group, and we're watching it, and my girlfriend turned to me to ruin the show immediately and says, if I got bit, how long would you wait to kill me? Which is a crazy statement, because now I'm already thinking, like, wow, in her head, like in her mind, she thinks like there's gonna be a group of us traveling across the country, and she's gonna get bit and not tell me, or some shit, and then start getting yellow eyes and trying to bite my nose off, and she thinks I'm just gonna chain her up and bring her along with the group, and go, don't worry about her, and just kiss her on the forehead every night while she tries to bite me. I tell my girlfriend, if there's a zombie apocalypse and you so much as get a runny nose, I'll knee you in the forehead. Are you serious? I'm not dealing with you being sick. A zombie? Oh my God. I'm just gonna move to this. I don't know. I'm just gonna go back to my town. What does it matter? I'm gonna go back to Modesto real quick. We have a lot of lifted trucks where I'm from, and I noticed that here. That's the only reason I brought this up. When I pulled in, I see a big lifted truck. And I don't like it. Lifted trucks are very scary to me on the road because my car is normal height. And I just try to have fun when I'm driving and enjoy myself. There's nothing worse than when a giant truck gets behind you with its headlights level with your rearview mirror. And then you get scared and the car drives by you with like old, like kind of racist stickers, but not really. Like I seen the little guy peeing. You know the little guy peeing, right? He was peeing on a Mexican. I was like, all right, that's weird. It was a Raider helmet, but I knew what he was saying. You get what I'm trying to say? It's subtle, but I understood. I understood what he was trying to say. Or like it has balls swinging from the hitch. You ever see the balls? It's disgusting. They even have veins. Like what the fuck? Why are you so descriptive with your balls on the back of the truck? It's disgusting. I know, that was a very weird thought right now. But I think about that when I'm on the road. And I don't get high, by the way, and I think that way. I don't smoke weed. I know a lot of you think differently because of the color of my face. I don't. But I do have a lot of weed thoughts. I have a lot of weed thoughts. Like I think about it, and I always think, like, that's a weed way to think. I don't smoke weed, I don't really got it. But like, I'll watch, like, I stay up late, and I have to sleep with the TV on. I'm one of those people. I'd stick the TV on. Not because I'm afraid of the dark, by the way. It's just because I need some type of noise behind me. Maybe because my parents yelled as I was a kid. I have no idea. But I leave the TV on, and every now and then, I don't know about you, whenever you go to sleep, whenever you try to sleep with the TV on, the commercials that come on are 75 times the volume as whenever you're watching. You just get woken up by J.G. Wentworth commercials. but there used to be scissors they used to sell in an infomercial late night that used to cut through quarters. That's how they'd show it. And all I was thinking was, who is buying murder scissors at 2 in the morning? It cuts through quarters? It cuts through bone, by the way. And it cuts through fences at a house. Or doorknobs off the door. Could kick your door in. Could kill somebody in your house, they're so sharp. Wrap your body in a Snuggie, drag it outside. Wipe your blood up with a ShamWow, and no one would even know it happened.